Hi everyone, welcome back to Terminally
Bald.
Bald.
Because I'm bald.
I really wanted to do the intro whispering, but he got mad at me. I wanted to be like, he didn't get mad, but you were like, no, let's not do that. And I was like, I'm going to start out like this and be like, hi guys, welcome back to Terminally.
Well, we tested it and I couldn't hear you.
That's true, it is. Like, our mics are all the way up and it's pretty low. We forgot to cheers.
Oh, yeah. Well,
even though you told me not to use my clunky water bottle this time.
Happy Friday, people.
Happy Friday.
Have you heard my new song? It's called It's Friday, yo.
Yeah, he produced, mixed it, sung the song, wrote the lyrics.
I wrote the lyrics. I didn't sing the song. But you know, I started
His AI
thinking,
song.
because I was a singer in my younger days. So I started kind of singing the song. I wish I could learn it on guitar. I got to get the notes for it. See if I could sing it.
You definitely could.
It's a low key, so it's not real. You don't have to go, ah.
Yeah.
But I may try that. We got to do the video. We got to cut the video next week.
I know. We have a lot to do.
Yeah, we do.
Me and my producing.
Yeah.
I have so much to do.
You are a good producer.
The edits from last week's pod might say otherwise.
Yeah, we had a few flashes of light things. It's fine. I enjoyed it.
If anyone was watching last week, I had to splice some things together and I was up very late. My own doing, my own fault, I shall say, but
it's okay. So, guess where I was tonight?
Where?
I had a good time. I went to the Corcoran Premier Realties. They opened a new office in Winter Park, so I got to go down there.
That's why you gave us the cookies.
Yes, but they're so sweet, man. They've been so kind to me. Chalky, Steve, and Matt own the place, and they're just sweethearts. They're really good people, and of course, I work with a lot of people in their office. They're all kind. They're professional. They're sharp. No insults to my other agents, the real estate agents I work with, because they're all good, and I've worked with a lot of them for years. But it was such a good vibe tonight. I came home feeling really good.
Good vibes.
People were so sweet to me. People coming up hugging me, and the funny thing, we talked about this, because listen, y'all, brain cancer is not like other cancer where you get weak and you look like you're on the deathbed. Because they were like, I walk in and they're going, dang, Jackie, you've been lifting weights and running? I'm like going, yeah, but I always have. I mean, for the most part, because they expected something different. So I just laughed, but they were so sweet.
I will say you're also just built different. And we've talked about this so many times, but every single one of your doctors is like, you don't even look sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well.
So I think it's not wrong of them necessarily to think that, but you also are just like a warrior.
Yeah.
And it's insane. It's like you take like a crazy collagen pill or something, or anti-cancer pill.
Speaking of that, and becoming a warrior is, this is the second episode of talking about people that have influenced and inspired me my whole life.
Good transition.
Isn't it? I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
You are. You've been doing this longer than I have.
I'm a professional, but I wore my 2 white crosses.
Oh yeah, he's blinged out with his bling cross.
This my brother gave me this. Thank you, brother.
Who gave you the big one?
I bought this online, but I thought it was going to be this color. Then it come with all these diamonds. Anyway, it's cool. I dig it.
It's really funny though.
Yeah. But so when talk about being inspired, influenced for many years, most people don't understand this. Coaches. Mm-hmm. I played all sports. When we were younger, nowadays the kids really dial into a certain sport. Some of these kids play baseball all year, and they go into training and they're trying to get scholarships or do something with it. They really enjoy it. When I was a kid, we played all sports. We did everything, but soccer wasn't really big or out yet. But we did baseball, basketball, football. I mean, I'm 5'8". Well, sorry. I was 5'8". I'm shrinking, but I'm now 5'7" and something. They told me my old age.
Short king, petite prince.
So anyway, played basketball even. But speaking of basketball, so I went and played, and it was a church league. So I played for First Baptist Church, and we played other churches from all over Opelika.
So this is when you were younger?
When I was younger.
Okay.
All through high school. Freshman to my senior year, and I played for First Baptist. And my coach was John L. Mitchell, and God rest his soul. But John L. was such an inspiration to me. He told me, this is what's funny about coaches. I'm a little guy, but mentally when they said, you're good at this, Jackie, I started believing I was good at it, and I challenged everybody because I said, "Don't doubt me." My coach just told me, and John L. Mitchell, not related, even though his name was Mitchell.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
He told me you're such a good defender, and he put me out there on the some of the players that were point guards that were their best on other teams. And I think it was lucky. I stole a couple of balls. I took some charges and things like that. And the minute he told me I was good at that, I just didn't doubt it. And mentally, I was like, didn't know somebody could tell me anything else. But John L. told me that was really good. And that's kind of the first guy that did that. Him and Rusty McDonald was my football coach at Midget League. And he was the same way. He told me, Jackie, what position you want to play? You're good. And I'm like going, really? I'm a slow white boy, but if you say I'm not, okay. And I started believing it. And it's funny how people don't understand in this world, the compliments and the influence you can give can carry a lot of weight with people. I mean, it's really amazing to me. And I succeeded at some of those positions because the coaches said that. You know, I'm playing football, high school football, and Coach Gant did the same thing. He told me, "Man, you're pretty, you're pretty good at catching the football and just different things." And so Coach Gant, Coach Sawyer, Coach Rue, Coach Fussell, Coach Mark Jackson.
Fussell, interesting last name.
Yes,
rolls off the tongue.
He was a big man, and yeah, the first time I met him, they came in. We were at training. We went away for training at a military school for a week. And we stayed in dorms. We had 3-a-days football practice.
A military school?
Yep. We got up before breakfast and had a full pad practice. Then after breakfast, we relaxed. Then we had another practice before lunch. We went to lunch. Then we had an afternoon practice.
My God, it's like the Olympics.
They went on every single day. And it was really tough. Hard to experience. That was probably one of the toughest physical things I'd ever been through. And the coaches they said all the right words, and they inspired me and really influenced me to go out and be what they told me to be.
Yeah.
And like I said, most people, I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that as too, right? When you were doing some of your athletic stuff.
I'm saying I'm jealous of the fact that someone tells you you're good at something and you automatically believe them, because I don't think a lot of people will relate to that. Like, a lot of people still doubt themselves, and you're like, I had no doubt because they complimented me.
Well, because they had an authority, and I respected them. And so I figured their words are strong as anybody's words that has any kind of influence, power in their positions, and it carried a whole lot of weight, which inspired me. So I mean, and it was all of them, all the coaches were that way that I played under, and so I really respected and enjoyed that. And it's made me who I am today, which is funny when you think about it. So that's why I think kids should go out, participate in all the sports. There are coaches that all they want to do is win, and they don't really give you influence but most do. Most want to inspire you and make you do better. So that carried a lot of weight for me.
Yeah.
So so my that was high school, and I had a lot of teachers that inspired me, but one that I remember, to be honest, I don't remember some of their names. I should have pulled out my school
yearbook.
Yearbook, and looked up their names. But one name that I remember, I got to tell you this story. So your aunt Cindy was in French class, and we had to take French or Spanish, and I took French as well. And Miss Lipscomb was the teacher, and she was very smart, very good teacher. And I went to class with her, and me and Mr. Tim Pierce took her class, and she was very influenced to me and told me certain things. But she also, we went into her class and had fun. We took it like a party day during the class. And we go to class, and we were really, what's it called when you disrupt the class?
I'm thinking class clowns.
We cut up a lot. We cut up a lot, and I took her for either 2 years or 3 years. And I knew some French and some things, but not really a lot.
French is a choice. You didn't want to do Spanish? I feel like French is harder, too.
No, I only did it because everybody else was doing Spanish. I just did it because it was different.
Oh, you wanted to be different?
Yeah,
Classic.
I mean, try something different. But she was really influenced and inspired me. But so, quick story. So we get to the second or third year, we're taking it French 1 and 2 and 3, and we go. I think it's French 2, and then she comes over. She goes, "You guys." She pulled me and Tim aside. She goes, "Listen, you guys disrupt class a lot. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a C grade for the rest of the year. Ooh. If you don't advance to take the French 3. And she was sweet, but we did. I apologize, Miss Lipscomb, if you're still out there. I apologize, because we thought we were cool. We cut up with all the girls in there and just did some crazy cutting up.
Wait, and so she basically meant like if you didn't get your act together, she was just going to give you a C regardless?
No, she said, I will pass you basically if you don't take the next set of courses.
Oh, wait. I'm just putting together what you said. That's hilarious.
Yes. She said, I like you guys socially, but you're disrupting class too much. So we looked at each other, we high-fived and said, yes, thank you. And then we still went by and visited her. Y'all
being happy with the C is killing me. Yeah, I think that's what made me confused.
Anyway, so we still went back and saw her in her class and met her and saw her from time to time. But she was an inspiration. But anyway, in high school. So I want to give shout outs to my high school buddies. I had a bunch of them, to be honest. And shout out. But I was really good friends with Trip Garner. He's been a guest on here. Tim Pierce been a guest on here. And those guys are just phenomenal men. They inspired me too. We were growing up. Their parents just really inspired me, moved me in a better direction in life. Mr. and Miss Garner, Mr. and Miss Pierce, God rest all their souls. They're gone. Lynn Thrift, God rest his mom and dad's soul. His dad passed away a couple of weeks ago, and Lynn, they were good to me as well. Lynn and I were buddies. We thought we were studs. We played sports in the yard all the time, and
do you hear that?
Went on to play Something is Doing Something. But anyway,
sounds like there was like a mysterious. Did you hear that? Sorry, guys, we had a little intermission because I heard mysterious animal noises that you might hear in the podcast.
I think it was a, what do you call it? Not bumblebee or something like that flying in the window.
Like one of those big bugs?
Yes. What's it called?
A locust? No.
That, or the ones that fly over water. What's it called?
Oh, I don't know.
Look, I'm the one
with lightning bug?
Issues.
No.
All right.
Whatever.
So anyway,
anyways,
Lynn Thrift and I were buddies when we were really young. He's lived in the trailer, two or three trailers down from me. Mm-hmm. His parents were really good to me, and of course his father recently passed away. So God rest his soul. Lynn, good people, and of course Jay Stern was another. Jay Stern, he's such a good dude. His parents were good dude. His mom was an art teacher. His dad was in the Chamber of Commerce, and we had so much fun together. And it cracked me up because when we were young, we would have sleepovers and hang out with each other. And Jay would always get me in trouble with something. But we wouldn't get in trouble. We just did trouble. But I enjoyed it. And
what kind of trouble are you talking about?
His family was very influential in Opelika. And I mean, he would pull out, vodka. And
you don't have to actually explain. I was just messing with you.
We didn't drink a lot of it anyway. But anyway, so really inspired.
Didn't take much.
And you know what? I told this story before. Miss Patsy Parker was she was the guidance at the high school. Guidance, right?
Guidance counselor.
Thank you. And so if it wasn't for her, Miss Parker, I would not have gotten into Troy. You got me in, and it was under probation. Mm-hmm. And thank gosh, I got in there and made the right grades and succeeded. Got a degree there
somehow.
But I wouldn't have done it without her. And she's a sweet lady. Her husband passed away recently, God rest his soul, and their daughter passed away unexpectedly a while back. Sweet girl, sweet people.
Yeah.
Billy Parker is her son. I love Billy. He's a good dude. Just good people, but they parents. Influenced me a lot, and so good.
Tongue twister.
But so thank you, Patsy Parker. So yeah, a lot of years, a lot of good people in high school. That's when you're really influenced the most, when you really change about who you are.
It's true.
Of course, then I get on to Troy and become a Sigma Chi, mainly because of Glenn Shaw, which Sigma Chi is still in my blood today. We still talk every day. Oh.
The necklace. The necklaces.
Yeah, these are the White Cross of Sigma Chi. That's one. Yep. And yeah, so Glenn Shaw said, you're going to join our fraternity, and went there in the summertime after I graduated, and sure did. And we're still friends to this day. I just saw him last weekend. Mm-hmm. Good man. his wife Jan, sweet as well. But Bud Palmer, one of the other ones I met, Mr. Palmer, good influence, smart guy. Mr. Palmer got me into mortgage business, and I would not be where I'm at now in the mortgage business if it not for Bud. And plus, you being friends and being close, it carries a lot of weight in this world. What I've loved most about the experience for me since I found out I had the cancer is connecting deeper with my buddies, and we've shared a lot of love through life, and now they're just giving me more attention that I probably deserve and earn. But Bud Palmer, and then of course there's Wes Thornall. Mr. Thornall.
I do know Mr. Thornall.
Great man. Love him so. We still see each other a lot. Retired U.S. Marshal. He's been really an inspiration for me because his wife died of cancer as well. And so I went through that with their family, experienced that, and so he's been a big support for me because he went through that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get choked up, but I love you, Mr. West T. You know that, and big inspiration. And of course, my fraternity brother, my big brother, Mr. Jay Davis, also an inspiration. Just really guided me on what I need to do as a Sigma Chi. Carry yourself in this fashion. He was a rock and roll guy, and he taught me a lot of rock and roll because we were roommates, and I laughed because I taught him about funk, a lot about funk.
You swapped.
And he started, Rick James and all that. He didn't really listen to it, and he started going, I'm starting to listen to some of this stuff. This is really good stuff. We did the episode on music, and I sent that. He saw that, and of course he responded on the podcast about how we influence each other with music. So I learned a lot about. He loved Def Leppard. Kiss. He loves Kiss.
I was just gonna say, didn't he? He's the one who dressed up as Kiss, and we all were sharing pictures.
Yes,
I remember.
Yes. So anyway, just an inspiration. It taught me a lot. Still to this day, still does. He's an older guy.
An old guy.
I don't know, a couple of years, but anyway. Robin Boutwell. Also, his wife passed away from cancer as well, and been a real inspiration for me. He calls and makes sure I'm good, and guides me and just inspired me too. He's impressed the way I talk more about God now, or that I do talk about God, and really loves that. And I said, dude, I believed in God a long time ago. I just in Jesus, but I just don't talk about it as much as I do now. But anyway, and Terry Kersey was the older brother that was my pledge. Geester. He was the head of our pledge class.
Okay, not pledge master.
He's called him a Geester.
Pledge class president. That's what I knew them to be.
No, yeah.
Geester. What is that?
No, he was McGeester.
McGeester.
So he was the one that made sure we took all the tests, learned more about the fraternity. He was our guidance, and he was so inspirational.
We called that our new member educator.
Yeah, he was so inspirational because he did such a phenomenal job with us, made sure we studied the right things, and he told us what we were about. You've got to be a gentleman. You've got to be more respectful of people. You've got to learn what Sigma Chi is about and all those things that are really important. And he was a good guidance. He really was. Scott Dew, very inspirational to me too. We had a great conversation at the golf tournament. Me and him sat at the bar in the clubhouse. Everybody else was running around, and we had a really good conversation. Scott, love you, brother. Appreciate that. It was really good. Rodney Weaver, my little brother. And all my little brothers are bigger than me.
Short King, Petit Prince.
And of course, I know some of these fraternity brothers may get mad at me because I forget their names or mention their names, because there's so many of y'all that have really affected me so positively, not just from the cancer thing, but over life.
In general.
Ben Wells, Scott Marquis, Ken Johnson, God rest his soul, died of liver disease, and he died really relatively young. Another inspirational. It's funny because he was a police officer in Troy, and he was, Sigma Chi. And your mom and I got in an argument one night, and at the party, and she stormed out of there and took off and was flying down the street, and Ken pulled her over, and as soon as he walked up and saw who she was, he's like, and then of course she said, he was ragging on me, and Ken goes, I'll go have a talk with him, but I'm gonna let you go. You go home, be careful, and let her go without giving her a ticket. It's a funny story. There's a bunch of those. He did a lot of stuff. Didn't he, Glenn Shaw?
I would pay $1 million to see you and Mom as teenagers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that may happen down the road.
In a time machine. Yeah. Well, I hope she got home safe if she's driving like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all weren't drinking, but we can talk about that later.
Well, I'll tell you a story. Back in the day, it's not like it is now drinking and driving. My dad drove down the road with a beer between his legs, and we'd be going to grandma's. He got pulled over one time. They don't say giving you a DUI. Back then, it wasn't like it is now.
Well, right. I mean, the regulations
more
were
of a
less
casual
strict,
thing.
but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that there shouldn't have been tighter regulations.
I didn't say there should have been.
Yeah.
But my point is, it was. So it wasn't like a
No, right.
overkill
Yeah.
like it is now. I mean, you have 3 beers and they test you, you're going to jail.
Yeah. Which is
not-
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if this person wants the story out, but someone we both know was sharing this story about in Alabama. They were driving with some friends and the car like crashed and like flipped over.
You're talking about Aunt Cindy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying
Scared
to
me to death.
keep it low key because I don't know if she wants that shared.
She's lucky to survive that. I mean, really.
Insane.
That's what's crazy too.
Yeah.
I mean,
and no one got anything. Like
No.
no one was punished with anything. It's crazy
No.
how normal it was back then.
yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So, but it's all changed now. Obviously, you shouldn't drink and drive. Period.
Right.
But yeah, and so a lot of Sigma Chi's big influence to my life. A lot of people. I've met Sigma Chi's here in Orlando, local UCF many years ago. Good men, and connected with them.
Okay, wait, pause. I don't know why I was just thinking about how I was talking about your crosses for Sigma Chi, which like, yes, Jesus, but also Sigma Chi, and also how you have a cross on your ankle for Sigma Chi.
You mean my tattoo?
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah, tattoo.
Cross on your ankle. Yeah, tattoo.
Yeah.
Yes, oh my gosh. I'm tired, sorry. Sorry, guys.
Suck it up. Come on.
But I know.
This is overtime.
I know, truly. But how, when you got that tattoo, you said like JWoww was in the back, like getting a tattoo as well, and because you got it in Vegas. I don't know why I was thinking about that.
Way overpaid. We were in Planet Hollywood, the mall. They have a mall there. Me and your mom went to eat. We were sitting there eating at the bar, and this girl comes up with her husband, and she's got a big plastic wrap around her leg. She got a tattoo. I didn't know how that worked. And she's like, going, yeah. And we were looking at her tattoo. And she goes, yeah, the tattoo place is right up the street, right on the two doors down in the mall area. And she said, one of the I told you this.
People from Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore
Yeah.
were in there. They were in the back. They weren't coming to come out in the public area, but she was getting a tattoo there. So I said, let's go get one. And of course, I sit down, talk to the guy. We go through what I want. It was $200.
And it's
I was like,
this big.
It's nothing. It's just a trace of a cross, just a trace of it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what? I didn't have any choice then. I was like, all right, whatever. All these tattoo people watching right now are probably going, you're an idiot. You paid $200 for that. I paid $200 for a whole bird across my chest.
Right, bird.
Yeah,
I'm also surprised you waited so long to get a tattoo.
Do you have one?
No, I don't.
You're the only one in the family who does it. You and your mom.
Yeah.
Me. No. Me, Alex, B.
Yeah.
There's a bunch, and that's it.
Mom doesn't either, actually. Wait,
Yeah.
Mom doesn't either. So me and Mom.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I have commitment issues. I feel like I would get a tattoo and then I would like freak out and be like,
Yeah.
I down the line I've considered getting one like many times, like especially with traveling abroad and stuff, and it just never ended up happening. So maybe down the line I would get one.
I want to get more. Jake Davis is an art guy, and I've asked him to kind of design something for me. I want to put around my arm with all your names on it.
You've been wanting something all the way
Yeah.
around your arm for a
Yeah.
long time, like with all of our names. You've been saying that
Yeah.
for years. I think you should do it.
Yeah, he's working on it to design something, and we're hopefully I can get that in the next few months. And we
That'd be
can
cute.
do it.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get one.
Yeah. So the next group I'm going to talk about was all the people who inspired me in the mortgage business. We talked about Bud Palmer. Bud was a very the main inspiration I got in this deal because he owned a mortgage broker shop in Tampa. So he trained me.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yep, he got me my license, and I was DJing. So I DJ'd at night, and I would drive to his office in the day.
You mean he worked? You said he owned.
He owned it.
What?
He had a partner that owned the mortgage broker
Okay,
shop.
never mind.
And he's not in the business anymore. He got tired and burned out. I've been doing it 35 years now, so I don't know.
But you talked about this in the mortgage
Yeah, big inspiration.
video,
And of course,
but I don't know
I
how
worked
you-
with a lot of different people. Mark Young, God rest his soul, was another inspiration to me. He became a manager of my position, of my branch with, oh my gosh, what's the name of the place? Somebody tell me. It was...
Somebody tell me. I'm like,
They were a statewide company, but he was the boss and really was nice to me. He was so good at, we'd go to, every Thursday or Friday, we'd go to happy hour and hang out. He'd buy all the drinks with our group, and he was really a friendly, loving guy.
Cute.
And his family was so sweet. He had two daughters and a son, wife, just sweet people. Hung out at their house too, just really good. But he passed away from cancer 3 or 4 years ago. I went to his funeral down in South Florida. Just a good man. But anyway, he really inspired me. Then I went on to work for a broker shop where Harry Urban and Howard Shannon were also, they owned it and they were inspirational to me. I think I inspired them a little bit because when I got there, they didn't really care so much about taking care of, not taking care of people, but not doing a lot of numbers, just making the money they want to make. And I went and said, dude, we need to take over every mortgage in the county. We'd be number one. We need to get. And
you had that fire.
And I remember Harry said to me, he goes, you really make us think that let's turn up the notch. And so we ended up doing really well as an office, really kicked butt. And those guys are really good and inspirational. They had, Cindy Wold, who was their receptionist. She was a sweetheart too. Really inspired me. She was really good at being a reception. I mean, she was the best I've ever been around.
Really?
Yeah. And if I'm insulting another
receptionist.
Thank you. I'm sorry, but Cindy was good. She took care of all of them, made sure it was smooth, phone transfers.
It's a learned skill. I've worked at the front office of a company before. I say company, it was a summer camp, but still. Yeah. And you have to multitask. The amount of sticky notes I went through. And you forget things if you get a call immediately. If you don't write it down, it's out of your brain. You forgot it. You have to focus on so many things at once. I wasn't very good at it. But.
My processor there was Christine Richards. She was top notch as well. Sweetheart, really good, inspired me to get more loans, and she would get them done. And she was my loan processor. And then, of course, went on to go from there to did my own shop. And no offense, Harry and Howard, but Cindy and Christine followed me over there and worked for me for about 3 years. They wanted to experience and go work with Marvin. So, anyway, it was good.
Marvin.
It was good. And then, of course, went on to work for Kerry Berman. Kerry was a very good manager and very good at inspiring me to get out and do loans. He's still in the business too, in a local bank, competitive bank, doing a really good job, kicking butt. So Kerry was good, and then of course went on to work for Felipe. Me and Felipe were buddies, and work with him now. Me and him really inspired each other as loan officers, co-loan officers, because we could always talk about issues with loans and bat them back and forth, and that's when I really appreciated in working with him, because he was really good at that. And whenever you have camaraderie in what you do, it's better for you, period. If you get out in this market and you're an individual doing whatever it is, and you go through stressful periods, it's way easier if you have inspiration from co-workers.
For sure.
It's an automatic thing.
No, the culture of a job makes or breaks it 100%. If you can get along with your coworkers, because you're with them for like 8 hours a day. You would hope.
And I got to mention Miss Lynn Tuttle. She was really good too. She was one of my processors. Lynn, love you, girl. You did good. She's still a processor. I think she works under Carrie at the other side of the bank. But she was really good at looking at a loan I bring in the door and putting it together to get it approved. She knew the numbers, knew how to work it. She's really good. So thank you, Lynn. You're an inspiration. So just a bunch of good people. And now I work for Ken LaRoe, good dude. He owns a bank I work for, just inspirational, cares about the community.
Shout out Climate First Bank.
Yeah, Climate First Bank. Very inspirational about the community, our ecology, all those things that he puts as top notch.
The climate.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this life is all about, is taking care of people. If you do that, you're going to be happier. Give love, give kindness. I laugh sometimes. I'll stand in front of a store going in, and there'll be some woman walking in behind me. I'll just open the door and let her go in, especially if they're older, and they always kind of look at me like, well, thank you, but they kind of look at me like, that doesn't happen a lot. And I go, why? Come on, guys, open the door for people. Even open the door for another guy.
Right.
It carries a lot of.
I always hold the door for people.
Yeah, but I mean, and again, it carries a lot of weight with some people, because a lot of people don't do that. I mean, I've had people just cut in front of me and walk in the door.
I get mad, or when people, when people like,
mad.
I don't get mad at them. Like, I don't say anything to them, but I do feel some kind of way. Because like, if I'm coming in right behind you, I mean, unless they're not paying attention, but if you see me, like, that's rude.
Yeah.
Or also, when people like knock your elbow or something and they don't say sorry.
Yeah.
I also get mad. I don't like when they don't say sorry.
Well, I know, and some people just don't. I find the more people I run into from Europe and all, they're more cold about it too. I've had people run into you. They don't mean to run into you, hurt you. It's just like they do it, and you go, You do.
Mom and I were just talking about this, how European culture is just so much more straightforward, and we as Americans just sugarcoat things a lot more.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
It's frustrating sometimes, especially with certain people that treat you a certain way. But you know what I've decided to do? Forgive them all.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've been rude and hurt people doing things that are, small too. So,
It's also just important. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah.
It's also just important to understand cultural differences anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree.
Understanding
I
why
agree.
they're like that.
But-
they're like this because of how they were raised.
But let me give you the answer. Every culture is looking for the same things and successes. They want their
That's true.
kids to be safe and advance and be better and grow more in this community. They also want to pay their bills, and they want to make sure that they're loving their families and friends and taking care of. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants
And to
that.
be happy.
That's what centers you as a person in this world. And so it doesn't matter what culture, Indian, Eskimo, everywhere in the world, those people want the same things that you want and what I want. It's all about love and sharing, connecting. Because, if you think about this life, let's just say you were born and you went out in this world and did nothing. You lived by yourself. You just ate food. You lived on a castaway island. That's all you did. That's not a life.
Right.
It's not, you live, but you're just existing. But if you go out and connect with people, talk with people. I'm laughing. We had the hot tub got repaired today. The heater died. Thank God I'm still under warranty. The guy came around. I just went out there to chat with him. I really enjoyed our conversation. It's a good dude, smart. And, we were just talking about sports and different things. And I'm not trying, I want to do that now with everybody.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody you talk to and you enjoy talking to them. I met a couple of new people at the event I was at tonight, and I was like, man, what sweet girls and ladies. They were just, about my age, and we were just talking about life, and they all click. We all click. They all want, they understand and do want to do the same things.
Yeah.
It's centered. It's all about love. Period.
For sure.
Love. I remember being little when I was younger, dating girls and all, and just different things. I only said I love you to my mom.
Yeah.
That's it. I never said I love my brothers, sisters, and I do love them. My dad, all those things you don't. Now I'm going like, man, I'm going to start saying I love you because I do. I'm going to tell people, my friends that come around, are long-term friends or short-term friends, and I work with realtors that tell me they love me every day.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
That's sweet.
It is sweet, and I love them. We work together. We team up. We try to get loans done and sales done so we can move on. And yeah, it's been inspirational for me the last especially the last 5 months more so. But anyway, we got more. We got probably one more episode of my inspirations and my influences that have affected my life. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
we're
So
not
another
done.
reminder, if your name wasn't said.
Yeah, if your name wasn't said, it may be said in the next.
But also, if it's not, that doesn't mean you're not important.
No, I mean.
That doesn't mean
again,
you didn't necessarily not inspire him.
I'll say this. There's been some younger Sigma Chi's that I've met in the last couple of years. Good men. I've enjoyed being around you guys. I'm not going to try to spell out all your names because it's been a couple of years now. But I love them too. They're good people, gentlemen, and there's more. There's a lot more going around. So we got a whole nother group to talk about inspirations.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I love Fridays. It's Friday-o.
Oh, we know you love Fridays.
I can't wait till we do our music video for the song.
We need
can't
to
wait.
game plan the music video.
I know. I can't wait to put that out there and watch people laugh at me. Anyway,
I wonder how it's going to turn out. I have no idea.
I've already got a plan.
No, I know,
You're
but
gonna
I'm
be the
saying like
director.
it coming into fruition.
You're going to be the camera person, the director.
I got to start putting this stuff on my
I
resume.
know you should.
I'm not even kidding.
You should.
Like, yes, I do have production, editing experience. Yes,
yeah.
I've worked on a movie set.
Yes, that's true. Anyway, got to go.
Even though it was my dad's music video.
Gotta go.
Okay, bye. Love
All
you
right.
guys.
Peace,
love, funk, and roll. Bye.
See ya.
Love you.
Love you.